Okay, hello everybody, welcome back. Today I am going to be doing another tier ranking video. I think I've done 2 of these before. These were really popular at one point, not so much now, but I still find them fun, so we're going to be doing another one. And today we're going to be doing tier ranking book couples based on whether or not I think they would still be together now. Yeah, I think that's kind of fun. Originally I was just gonna tier rank book couples, like just based on how I feel about them, but I think that's more fun, that we can have a funner discussion with that. Before we start, I would like to note that when I was picking books I was really struggling because I just do not remember much about anything, so I am going off of what I do remember, which is limited, vibes, just the energy in the room, and then like instinct. So you might think that's completely inaccurate, blah 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 is blah blah blah, and blah 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 would blah blah blah, but blah blah blah, you know what I mean? That's how I feel about that. Also what we are going to have to acknowledge is the fact that I've just gotten like the book covers for all these books. Definitely don't remember the names of all these people. I'm gonna probably try and look them up in between, but I might forget to do that or get bored. So if I just end up saying her, she, him, that is just what it is, because these people's names, like, there's no chance that I'm ever going to be able to remember. Record. So here is the template we have. I'm trying to hide the books a little bit because I feel like that's a surprise, but we have top tier until the end of time. I'm tearing up, so like these people are going to be together forever and ever, and it makes me emotional to think about. Then we have these two are very much in love and they are very much happy. Not quite like soulmate, well maybe soulmate, but not like once in a lifetime soulmate vibes, but these people are going to be together and they are very happy and very much enjoying their life, and they, you know, they've won the love lottery. Then we have it's been a hard road but we're still here, barely. So these are couples which, let's be real, maybe shouldn't be together. Maybe this isn't right, but they are going to hang on to the last dying breath because these people really do care about each other and they really do want to be together. Then we have they tried to make it work, but unfortunately we've turned the page. That's a book pun for you. Basically, they spent a long time trying to make this relationship work. It wasn't just like falling out at the first hurdle, but at the end of the day, these people are no longer together. And then we have, if there was another chapter, they would have broken up then. As in, they probably broke up within a few months of the book ending if this was a real world situation. So yeah, that's gonna be it. The book we have is Ghosted by J.M. Darhauer. So this is Kennedy and Jonathan. I'm not going to explain plots of all these books, like you either know or you know. This is only going to be relevant to you if you know the books. So yeah, Kennedy and Jonathan. Would Kennedy and Jonathan be together? Do you know what? I'm in between it's been a hard road but we're still here and these two are very much in love. I feel like maybe I should have had an in between of like these two are still together, and but I mean they're both still together, but this one's a little bit more negative. I just feel like I want to put them up here. I want to have faith in Jonathan, that he is a changed man and he is ready for all the responsibility that comes with being with Kennedy and being a father and such things. I just know that, you know, history tells us tales and tells us stories and tells us information that we can use for the future. And you know, like being famous, that's got to be hard in a relationship. I feel like we're still here, and it's like on the higher end of this. Like they are still together, they're still probably happy, but like, you know, there's been some struggles. There's been some times when we've been sat there and we've been gone, what are we doing, people? We're going to be harsh. This is the harsh reality, okay? Next, we have Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. Is this Brianna and Jason? Oh, that doesn't sound right. Let's look it up. Brianna, got that right. And Jacob. Okay, that wasn't that wrong. Okay, Brianna and Jacob. Hello. I really, really love this couple personally. I think that these two are very much still in love, and they're very much together, and they're very much happy, because I think they really understand each other. I think specifically Brianna really understands what Jacob needs to like feel safe and secure and happy and like all good, you know what I mean? So I feel like these two are still very much together, still very much in love, being doctors or whatever. I don't know, were they still doctors by the end of the book? Who knows, maybe they had a career switch. But yeah, I have faith in them too. I really do love them. Oh, we have another Abby Jimenez just for the summer. Okay, Justin and Emma. Do I think Justin and Emma are still together? I think it's been a hard road, and I think they're still barely there, because I think as much as, you know, by the end of the book they were together, and, you know, Emma had worked on a lot of her avoidant issues and stuff, I think that stuff sticks around, you know. We don't just have a one and done and we're suddenly cured of all of our like problems, you know. I think that would still probably something that would come up and affect them, but I do think that they have what it takes to go the distance. So I am going to say that they're still together, but I do think it's been difficult. I'm sure there's been times when Emma has needed a weekend away, you know what I mean? I know we want to believe it's all rainbows and fairy tales, but I'm grounding this in reality. Let's be so honest with ourselves. That girl was not fully... Bride by Ali Hazelwood, not a single recollection, not a single recollection. Who are these people? Misery and Low. Now, like I said, I don't remember these people. I don't remember much about their story. What I do know is that one of them is a werewolf, one of them is a vampire. And whilst I don't believe in vampire-werewolf segregation, I do believe cross-species relationships is a hard road to go down. I do believe that. And I don't believe it would have worked out. I'm just going to be honest. I think there's probably some like physiological differences that were going to stand in the way. I cannot recall. I think there's going to be some issues that just really come up, and maybe it isn't even a matter of we don't love each other anymore, but you know what, this is just too hard a road that we've travelled down. That's my personal opinion. And also, I don't remember them, so the love story couldn't have been that like once in a lifetime mind-blowing, because I love my Ali Hazelwood books and I do not remember that. So, sorry. I cannot for the life of me figure out what that guy's name is, unfortunately. Okay, so yeah, we have Abby, and one of them's called Jamie, and then there's someone else in this love triangle that I simply cannot recall his name. Immediately. And that's not coming from a place of hate. That's not coming from a place of hate or anything. That's coming from a place of reality, because number one, love triangle. Not made to last. If you're looking at other people, girl, I'm sorry, you're not getting in those top two categories. That's the end of the day. And also number two, I thought she was going to end up with the other love interest all the way up until the decision was made. I did. I don't know, maybe I was getting my wires crossed, but you were sending some signals to me that were giving me something different. So if you're confusing me, you're probably confused. Gotta be real. Okay, we have Happy Place. I do know these characters, Win and Harriet, because people talk about them non-stop, which I don't mind. I liked this book. It wasn't my favourite Emily Henry though. Now I need to be careful because people might roast me on a fire for this. Put me on a little thing like a pig and just spin me around, because after 10 years of being together, that level of miscommunication is really concerning. Don't we think? After 10 years, that level of miscommunication is really concerning. Do you know what? For all you lovers, because I know people love this book, and I'm nothing if not a girl's girl. So it's been a hard road, but we're still there. They're still together, but 10 years and that level of miscommunication, that runs deep, okay? That runs deep. If you're miscommunicating about something that's so important, what other little things are you getting your wires crossed on? Okay, funny story. Daphne and Miles. I love these two. This is my top two Emily Henry books. For me, these two are very much in love and they're very much happy. I think they were really good together. I really do, and I think they're very much in love and happy. It's not giving me until the end of time I'm tearing up, I'm gonna freak out because you guys are so perfect for each other. It's not really giving me that. A Girl's Guide to Murder. So we're talking about Ravi and Pip. This is hard because they are like so young that it's like, who knows where you're gonna go? Who knows how you're gonna change? What is this random photo right here? that got misplaced. Being realistic, I think they tried to make it work. I think they tried I think they probably, I don't remember if they ended up together at the end or if they broke up at the end, but I think they probably got back together if they broke up, or they tried to stay together through uni and stuff. I think they tried really hard, and I think they ended as friends, and maybe in the future they would, you know, come back together. But I do think that they would have broken up. I do. It happened one summer. Do not recall that much about this book. Piper and the Rugged Man, the Rugged Seaman. Do I think these two are still together? Do you know what? I actually do. I actually really do, because I think a really successful like relationship trope, just in like real life, in books and everything, is like girl with so much personality and guy who's just like there to prop her up. Like, I think that match made in heaven, and I think that's very much giving that, just like, let us shine, let us shine, let us shine, let us shine. All that ugly love. Magnolia Parks. Do you know what? There are only two positions that this could end up, and it is either up here or right down here, because now it depends. Like, are we talking about just the first book, or are we talking about them just in general? Because I've not read the last book, so who actually knows? But I've got to be real, because do you know why? Do you know why I put them up there? I don't think those two characters would ever fully move on from each other. They would be a menace to anybody else that they ever dated, as they are. A menace. Leaving hearts broken throughout the world. So I think it's best if we just let them be together, let them be their crazy fucking psycho selves together. And you know what? I stand by it. I love them. I stand by it. Now, we don't know what this is about. We don't know what this is about. We don't know why she's here. Next, Nora goes off script, and I really enjoyed their relationship through most of it. And then the third act breakup. So, it's obviously Nora and Leo. The third act breakup just was interesting, and the way that they came back together made me so fucking mad, because the guy basically just like went to her like, well, you should really have it felt, maybe I always second guess myself, and I'm like, maybe I just read it wrong, or like I missed something. But like, the way that it came across to me was very condescending, of like, well, we had our miscommunication and breakup because you did not reach out to me. Like, you really should have like believed in me and like known that I was just like, I can't remember what, I feel like he was like, he left really suddenly and like didn't communicate with her, and he was like, well, you didn't call me, so I don't really know what you want me to do about that. Like, very like condescending. And she was like, do you know what, you're so right, like I need to like really put myself out. And it's like, girl, no. I didn't like it. It really threw me off. So I'm gonna say they tried to make it work, but unfortunately we turned the page, because I think In Love, Got Married, really great, and just these little things, just these little belittling moments just kept coming up with this guy, these little tearing away like a little fucking crab. And I do think that they ended in divorce, probably after the kids were like already off to college, you know what I mean? Love theoretically. I really do love these two. Putting like books in that category, like Until the End of Time, I'm tearing up, when it's just like a standard romance, like it's not like a fantasy or like mystical whatever, feels kind of weird, because it's like, well, you've not got to the end of the time, you've got like 80 years. But for the 80 years, I think that they stay together. I think they grew old together, and I love these characters. Who is it? It's Jack, Elsie, obviously Jack and Elsie. Yeah, no, I think that they probably stay together forever, because I think they match each other in so many facets. Sexual attraction / chemistry, clocked off. Intelligence, like very good match. Humor, all of this stuff, you know. I think they match each other in all the places that it's important to match people. So like someone can be like your best friend at the same time as being your partner. Do you know what I mean? There we go. Again, ignoring her, she's really getting on my nerves because she's in my way. We have the summer girl. Now, who were the characters? I feel like he was called like Win or Ren. I feel like his name began with a W. We have Cassie and... oh no, Tate. Sorry. Cassie and Tate. Now this is kind of complicated, because you know what I mean? I think these two were together forever? No, probably fucking not. Do I think that they had a really messy end to that relationship? No, I don't. I think that they ended on good terms. I do. I think they ended on good terms, and I think they could even possibly still be friends. So where does that fit? You know what I mean? To make it work, but unfortunately we turned the page. I think that they had a wonderful, beautiful relationship for what could have been many years. And you know what? Maybe there's a slight chance that they did stay together forever, but I could see those two outgrowing each other. But I don't think that there would have been any bad blood there. That's how I feel about that. Unravel Me. This is the third book in Becca Mack's Playing for Keeps series, which is a series I really love. And this is Adam and Rosie. Now, Adam and Rosie, something that you need to know about Adam and Rosie is that they will be together forever. And they will be, because if they're not, those two will be together forever. The way that Adam just like slots himself right into Rosie's life. I have never seen a book man so secure and ready for a relationship. He was just so incredibly ready for that. Once Upon a Broken Heart. So we're talking Jackson Evangeline. Now, I want to believe that, and I do. Moving on. Check and Mate, Ali Hazelwood. I think these two are very much in love, very much happy, very much still together, because that epilogue, I am not one for epilogues, but that little epilogue, what was it? It was like a little newspaper clipping kind of situation, like a blog or whatever, of them being like, people like speculating whether they were together, and it's like just like little instances of when people are like, in this da-da-da, we saw them like da-da-da. Those two are going to be together forever, walking around, playing chess, being obsessed with each other. Are you kidding? Something special. Okay. Love Her a Loser. This is Rosie and Dominic. Okay, so what's interesting is they are nearly like at the point of divorce at the beginning of this book. And we spend the book like seeing them kind of fall back in love, and also like learn how to like be there for each other and come back together and like be better partners for each other. So I want to give them respect for that, you know, like I don't want to just be like kind of, you know, throwing them down here and like completely deny that these two have worked really hard to make that relationship work. So I'm going to chuck them right in the middle. It's been a hard road and we're still here, because that is literally the entire book. It's been a hard road and we're still fucking here. So yeah. Next we have Icebreaker. Now, who are these characters? I don't remember a single thing that happens in this book. So we are going purely off vibes. Anastasia, okay, and Nate. Off the bat, Anastasia and Nate. Does it sound good together? Anastasia and Nate. Oh, you know Anastasia and... No, that doesn't roll off the tongue. Both seem to play ice sports. So I suppose, you know, they probably spend a lot of time doing that. That might be a time investment, but at least they can be in the same kind of location together, so that is a plus. Although hockey player, do I trust that man? I don't know if I do. They tried to make it work, but unfortunately we turned the page. I just think that's realistic. This was a college romance. This is a college romance series, so they're in college. Do I think? No. Is it likely they stay together? No. I don't. Moving on. So we have Emma, and then Jessie is the first love interest, and then Sam is the second one. Do I think she ends up with the one that she ends up with? Like forever and ever? No. No. As much as I thought this book was like really nice, not my... No, I don't... I just think that insecurity, if I was him, that would be coming back up in me way too often. I would feel very much like I want to be with someone who there's no doubt ever. And I know it's like a hard situation. It's like a really, 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 like, this situation would never come around. But I don't know. It's a hard one, and that's just where my soul's putting it. Right, we have Culty by Mariana Zapata. I'm going to put this in. These two are very much in love and very much happy. This book I absolutely loved so randomly because of like one specific quote that's just stuck with me since I read it. I don't really remember much about them like as together or anything, because obviously Mariana Zapata is such a slow burn. You don't really see them like in a relationship. But what I do remember is this one quote from the guy in it, and he goes... Well, someone's saying to him, like, what are you two? Like, what is going on here? Why are you hanging out together? Like, what is this? And I think he said, like, she's my friend or something like that. Like, we're friends. And he goes, oh, what kind of friends? And he goes, the best kind of friend. That really made me spiral. Also, like, I went back into the 1989 album, like, the day after I read that and started listening to a song that I'd never really picked up before. You Are in Love. Pauses then says, you're my best friend. You know what it was. So that is just cemented in my brain, and they are very much in love, very much happy based off that singular sentence that he said. Adam and Olive. Okay. Adam and Olive. Do I think Adam... Yeah, I think they're still together. I think they're still happy. I honestly think these two were just really well matched. They seem to just like bounce off each other very like calmly. It felt very low effort, and I think that that's something that can like stand the test of time, when it's just like being together feels effortless. There we go. Verity, Colin Hoover. They probably murdered each other. If there was another chapter, they would have been nice to each other's throats. Like, that was insanity. Okay. And then final book, we have Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. We have Ariana, Chase, and Noah. Who cares what happens? Do I think that the people who end the novel together end up together? I think it's been a hard road, and I think they're still together. Or do I think they're in love? I think... He was really great. Like, he was really, really great, and very much like... I need to reread this book, you know. I'm actually going to say that they are very much still in love, very much still together. Although there might be some medical complications that come up due to some past traumas that we can remember from the book, that could affect that relationship. But from what I remember, I think that the guy will put in pretty much anything he needs to keep that running. Like, he was very much there for the long haul, which I appreciate in my book boyfriends. But yeah, that's it. Who the fuck is she? Get lost. That is where we're left. This seems like actually a pretty, this makes sense to me, this like what's it called, like amount in each section, whatever that's fucking called. Up at our top we have Magnolia Park, so that's theoretically Unravel Me and Once Upon a Broken Heart. This really is honestly just based on my book preferences rather than actual couples, because I just want these bonds to stay together. In second row we have Yours Truly, Funny Story, It Happened One Summer, Check and Mate, Culty, The Love Hypothesis, and Say You Swear. I actually did try and be like realistic, like, do I think these people would be together? And I do think all of these are made to last. Next we have Ghosted, Just for the Summer, Happy Place, Love her or Lose Her. Again, I think all these people would still be together, but I do think that they still could have some issues and have some problems that need to be worked on. Then we have Bride, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Nora Goes Off Script, The Summer Girl, Icebreaker, and One True Loves. Sorry if you love any of these couples. That's how I feel. And then bottom row we have Girl Abroad, Ugly Love, and Verity. So honestly, Girl Abroad does not belong down with these two books. I didn't mind this book, but that is just how I felt about that relationship retrospectively. But there we go. Stop. All right. That is gonna be it. Those are all of the book couples to go through. That was actually really fun. And I've been filming 30 minutes, which is longer than I thought it would be. So great stuff. I really hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what your opinion is on any of these book couples. If you think I got any wrong, if you think I got any really right, that is what I would rather hear about, because I think I'm pretty right. Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.